I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. Hey, hey. Hey. Y'all make sure y'all share. Drop some questions down in the box. If you got some questions to ask, you want to go live, hit the live button. Let's go. Hey. Sharpest words wanna cut me down. Yes. I'm gonna send a bird, gonna drown mine. Yes. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be. This is me. Great. More. Now, man, I gotta give a huge apology to Facebook. Do you know all of this time that I've been doing my show, I've been thinking I was broadcasting live to my Facebook page, but I was actually broadcasting to my business page, which is still not bad, but most of the people that are in my Facebook or on my other page. So they've been missing it. They've been missing what's going on. They've been missing Monday motivation. They've been listening to, Motivational Mondays. They've been missing Testimony Tuesdays, Wisdom Wednesdays, Training Thursdays, and Financial Fridays. They've been missing it. But you know what? Maybe it just wasn't their time. Maybe it wasn't my time to be on that page. Maybe it's now their time to now start to see what is going on. And thank y'all for those badges. I appreciate that. You know, I don't take that lightly at all. When I see that, I just know that you guys really appreciate me. And that's why I continue to keep going, why I continue to keep growing. Where do I start today? Today is Testimony Tuesdays. And for those of you who have never, ever been on the show for a Tuesday, what we do is we break the ice. We share with people what we've been through. But most importantly, we share with these people how we made it out. See, because a lot of times we are always looking at somebody's glory when we truly don't even know their story. We just seeing all the greatness. Sorry. Hold on, I done dropped. MGC boss is down. Hold on 1 second. I got y'all. Yeah, we know the glory, but we don't know their story. And we look at them and we glorify them in a certain kind of way to where it's like they're so perfect. Dang, they did it. Like they're amazing. They're a God. And this, that, and the third. And then when they finally sit you down and tell you what they've been through, you looking at them like, damn, you just like me. I went through that. I had that same kind of situation. I've been cheated on. I've been molested. I've been raped. All of these different things that people have went through that they deal with privately. That when they finally open up and they share, they realize that they were never, ever alone. They realized that there were other people. Good morning, multi-boss. Great morning, Queenie. They realized that, damn, I should have been said something. Because now with me opening up and finally saying something, it has released so much that's on my back. I remember talking to a young lady and on the show, and she was talking about when she was molested. Good morning, Coach Stormy. She was talking about she was molested. And then she started saying, you know, it just felt like it was supposed to happen for her to just go out and have sex with multiple people. She didn't realize that was the pain that she was harboring inside of her by going to go sleep with this guy, sleep with this guy, sleep with this guy, that it all stemmed back from her being molested. Because she didn't even want to speak about it, because she didn't even want to tell who it was that molested her. Great morning, Marquita. Great morning, Claudiane. Great morning, Andy. Great morning, great morning. And because she began to share, she said that is what helped her to finally get through that. Nobody ain't willing to open up and share that they've been molested, especially by somebody that they trusted or a family member. Nobody's willing to open up and to really say that they were smoking crack and, nobody ever knew. Nobody is willing to open up to tell these secrets that we hide in the dark, that we hide them in the dark, and we think that we're going through it alone. But the truth is when we open up and we share what we've been through, we not only help ourselves, we help the people that are watching. We help everybody that is listening, everybody that is trying to figure out their story. So I said, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to get people on Tuesdays, to get on, to share their story so we can listen and learn, because we're always learning. A young lady got on one day and she began to tell her story, and she talked about how her dad, right in the front of her, I'll never forget this story, how her dad got in the front of her, killed her mom, then turned around and killed himself. That's something that some of us have never ever experienced. But then to look at her, how she's maneuvered and how she's overcome what she's been through, that's the part that we would have to learn from in case we were ever in that scenario or that situation. So listening to her, it was like, damn, you are strong. You are really strong. How did you make it through? How did you make it through when you got fired from that job and you thought there was going to be no more money coming to you? You were going to that job, you were clocking in on time. You made sure that you did everything that your supervisors asked you to do. You were there early most of the times before anybody else. You did more work than anybody at that job. But guess what? They let you go. They let you go. You walked in on your significant other having sex with somebody else. You were on the phone and you could hear your significant other having sex with somebody while on the phone talking to you. You had to deal with it. You had to go through it. How did you keep going? How did you not break down? That's why we got Testimony Tuesdays, because it ain't just our story. It's for somebody else. It's for somebody else. So I don't know who's going to be the person today that is going to break the ice, because we never know. It's never staged. It's never planned. But it's always this one person that I'm talking to. One person that I'm talking to that gets on live and they say, you know what, today is the day I'm going to break the ice. And they hit the live button and they share with us. I'm talking about sometimes we cry, sometimes we laugh, but most importantly, we always learn. I think that that's the most important part, to be able to learn from what other people have went through, to look at the strength that they have to even just get on and to be able to confess. Do you know that that tears a different layer of them off when they do that? Do you know that that tears a different layer off of them when they do that? When you do that? When you get on and you share? Because there's a lot of us that are afraid to talk. There's a lot of us, there's been women and guys who come on and say, I never even did a live before. I never went live with nobody before. But because of your show, I said I had to. So I want to see who is willing today to share their story. Who is willing? I want to see the live button come up. Today is your day. Today is where you're going to heal somebody with your story, how you made it through. Great morning, Nikki. Great morning, Rain. Great morning, Tawanda. Great morning, Chandra. Thank you so much for that badge. Who's going to go live today? If you've been on my show, you know you got to be patient because people still debating within themselves about doing it. And that's all right. But who is going to be the person today that is going to share with us and let us know exactly what happened and how they made it through? And if you read my post, it's almost like the phoenix. You came out of the fire with wings. You came out of the fire when everybody thought that it was over for you. You thought that it was over for you, Tamiko. You thought that it was over for you, Boss Lady D. Great morning, T Lifestyle. You thought that it was over. Everybody thought that it was over for you. But something happened in the middle of that fire. Something happened while you were burning. Something happened. Something happened that resonated with you or reminded you to keep going. If you want to hear more of my testimony, y'all want to hear my testimony? I don't even know where to start. So much. That's how I'm able to do this show. Through hurt, through pain, through experience. And it's easy for me to come off and act like I know it all. But the truth of the matter is that I don't. I really, really don't. There's a lot of things that I don't know. I don't know how to trade. I don't know how to really buy stocks. I'm trying to learn that. It's a lot of things I don't know. But there's a lot of things that I do know. There's a lot of things that my sixth sense work on without me even knowing. There's a lot of things that I've experienced. I've experienced being an alcoholic. I'm talking about a bad alcoholic, to the point to where no friends wanted me around. I was the worst person that you could even imagine. Stormy can tell you one time, I was so drunk that she found me sleeping at a red light. And when she tried to come and save me, she said I slapped the shit out of her. And at the end of the day, I woke up. And when I woke up, I was in jail. Just different stuff that I've experienced. Different pain that I didn't realize at that time that I was depressed. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize that I was running to alcohol for all of my problems. I didn't realize some of the things that I was doing was because I was depressed. I was hurt. I was in so much pain for losing my home, my first home. That just was that's a whole nother story. I was in so much pain from being cheated on by somebody that was real close to me. And everybody knew what was going on but me. I was in so much pain for doing so much for so many friends and having so much to offer and to give them. And then when it's time for them to look out for you, they laugh at you. They talk about you behind your back. I've been through so much. But I always look at the bright side of things. I always look at it as if I was being prepared for all of this stuff. To lose my mom at 17 years old, graduating early from high school when she thought that I wasn't going to graduate. You know, just moving out at a young age, telling my mom I'm going to the Million Man March and I'm really hanging out with one of my friends and I'm on the road and we're going to Valdosta, Georgia, only to realize by the time that we got to Valdosta, I had transported so much drugs inside of the car, I had no clue. The person didn't tell me until I got there. They said they didn't tell me because had they told me, I probably would have got nervous along the way. But the truth is, had they told me, I wouldn't have went. But it was just somebody that played with my trust. I've been through a lot. Sitting in jail cells, being told that there's a possibility that you got to go do some prison time. Sitting in a room with killers, lifers, that's what we call them, lifers, rapers, People that ain't never getting out of jail, listening to their mindsets of where they came from and how hurt they've been hurt. Looking at guys talk about, how they killed people because they fell in love with one girl. Listening to some guys talk about how they got on crack because they was in one relationship with one girl. The girl introduced them to the crack. I've been through a lot, you name it. I done been there. I done seen so much. Hanging out at the strip clubs at 16, 15 years old. Getting fake IDs, traveling to Atlanta at 15 years old. Living fast but smart though. Very, very smart. Like I didn't do what a lot of 15 and 16-year-olds did. A lot of my friends are dead. A lot of my friends that I grew up with are dead. They made a lot of wrong decisions. Some caught HIV. Some did this. But I guess I was just a little wiser. So that's why I do this show. Because I have a lot to offer. If you talk about it, and I've been there before, I'm going to tell you about it. But if I've never, ever experienced it, then I'm going to be quiet. I've been there. Seeing, an abusive relationship with my mom and my dad at one point. Experiencing all of that stuff. Growing up, let me tell you how my sixth sense works. Growing up, I had this favorite cousin. I don't know why I loved him so much. Didn't even understand why we were so close. Only to find out that cousin was my brother. I've been through a lot, man. I just keep smiling because I know breaking down ain't gonna take me to my next level. Hurting ain't gonna do nothing but keep you hurt. Telling my story is gonna help people. Even me speaking every morning, getting on talking to y'all is gonna help people. We have to keep growing every day. People are gonna hurt you. People are gonna lie to you. Everybody ain't gonna be for you. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Because you gotta go through the fire. You gotta go through the fire. I told the universe, I said, universe, this is my millionaire year. You know what the universe said? Are you sure? Are you positive? Is that what you really want? You really gonna make this $1 million this year? Do you think it's gonna be easy? Every time that I saw a clear it wasn't no longer a clear view, but it was always a Don't give up on your business. Don't stop. Build your business. There will be high tides. There will be low tides. You got to keep growing. You notice I don't say keep growing. I'll keep growing. Because when you keep going and growing, you become stronger. You have to become stronger for your next level. Everything is going to test you. Everything is going to test you. Look how I'm being tested. My daddy, for instance. Same scenario, same situation. Now it's a little worse. That means slow down. That means stop. Girl, hold my hand. Does that mean not keep growing? No. That means keep growing. Somebody hurt you. Somebody did something bad to you. Somebody just did something out of the blue. It's not them. It's the universe testing you. You just got to know how to deal with them. The universe is trying to see, are you going to be able to handle things at this magnitude? Keep going and go harder. Absolutely. Healing Hands. Absolutely. Sandy J. Absolutely. Boss Bostic. Absolutely. Ain't no giving up. Ain't no slowing down. Your testimony is what's going to take you to your next level. You think it's just going to be sweet? You think it's just going to be sweet? You think it's just going to fall into your lap? You think that it's just going to happen like that? No. If that was the case, everybody would be winning like that. Trina Rockstar. Ex-Trina. She could tell you about having a testimony. She could tell you about the highs and the lows. She can tell you about the nights in the mornings, hopping on planes, back to back, back to back, back to back, back to back, to fight for her name. The consistency. See, we look at the story, but we don't know. We look at the glory, but we don't know the story. We don't know. We don't know what people go through behind the scenes. We don't see all of the calls. Coach Stormy got to get on. Talk about doing this and doing that. We just see her exercising and pumping the weights, exercising, pumping the weights, exercising, jumping around, ha, 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 doing all of this. We make it look easy, right? Until you put your foot in that water. Until you see if you can walk on that quicksand. Until we see what it feels like to really experience the realness of what it's going to take to maintain that success. See, getting the success is really easy. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Doing this show in the beginning was easy. It was easy. Now I have to maintain doing the show. Now I got to keep going with the show. I can't just stop. I can't just give up. You know what people going to start saying? If I stop, I've been here before, I've experienced it. Why did you stop doing that show? It was so good. You should have never quit. Why'd you stop? You know, I used to watch the show all of the time. It was so good. You shouldn't have quit. And then guess what happened? Now that you quit, somebody else is doing it. Somebody else gonna do it. And they're gonna go a little bit harder than you. They're gonna go a little bit harder than you. They're gonna put a little bit more effort in it. They're gonna be a little bit more consistent. They're gonna put a little bit more energy in it. They're gonna go super, super hard. And then now you're gonna see them on TV. They took off where you left off. Don't get tricked out of your spot. Don't get tricked. Don't get tricked. Your testimony. Somebody got a testimony that they want to talk about. Tell us. Tell us. We don't judge you. We didn't come here to judge you. We came here to learn. We came here to listen. Because your testimony might save some of us. Your testimony might make us grow in the area that we've been missing. I couldn't believe, I didn't understand certain stuff. I'm not even gonna lie. When I used to hear Stormy talk about she was molested, I was like, why would you tell people that? It's crazy. You should not tell nobody that happened. Why you telling people that you lift up your skirt and you went to the strip club and you let touch on you for money? Why you telling people that? People gonna start looking at you funny, Stormy. Don't do that. Don't tell people your secrets about your family, how you ain't have no water in your house. I would never tell nobody that. That's between me and my family. No. It's a fucking lie. You gotta tell somebody. You gotta tell somebody. Because you're gonna help somebody. You're gonna let it off your back. You're gonna let it off your back. Everybody can't be perfect. We want to walk around and be so perfect. The realest thing that I saw, and I'm just going to be honest with y'all, and please don't get offended about what I'm about to say because this goes to the ladies. The realest thing I saw in a long time on social media was when Stormy took a picture of herself with the braids. What's up under these lace fronts? I don't know who some of y'all even are. Some of y'all take them lace fronts off. Y'all look totally different. Who are you up underneath? Who are you? What are you hiding up underneath? That's what we need to hear. That's what we want to know. That's what you need to tell us. That's what's going to help somebody else, because you put this lace front on and then you turn into this other person to where it's like you almost super perfect. You become the super powerful woman to yourself. The part of the person that you would never ever share who you are up underneath. So it's no offense. I'm just asking, who are you? What have you been through? What have you experienced? You're not trying to walk around and be perfect. Pain is an amazing connector. In the quote, Coach Stormy, pain is an amazing connector. Through pain is how we connect. Through pain is how we connect. So when I get on here and I'm talking about Testimony Tuesdays and I'm asking you to share, we need to connect. We got 30 more minutes. How many people gonna go live today? I don't got one person that want to share a story today. Just one? Not one person? Not one person wants to share. Let me think. Let me think. How many of y'all heard the story? Good morning. We got one over here. Great morning. Great morning. Maybe that was a mistake. All right, Boss Bostic, I got you. We got one right here, y'all. So let me break this down. Great morning. How you doing?
Good. I'm blessed. I can't complain.
So talk to me. Tell me what's going on. Hold on, I got y'all. Facebook. Y'all Facebook. Got to get this system connected right, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Trust me. Y'all just gotta listen right now. No matter of fact, how could I do this? Yeah, Facebook, y'all got a whole lot. I'm sorry. Y'all can just listen. Just listen. Go ahead.
So recently, I made a big transition, and y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so I made a big transition recently. I moved from Orlando back home to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And during the transition, my last week in Sanford, I broke down crying like I did not want to leave. First of all, because I was switching my son back and forth in school, and he was doing so amazing in that county, and I was like, dang, this is it. You know, he's doing like really, really good. He's a humble kid. He's 15, and he was just doing so amazing. So he's a leader by faith, by his mama, by blood. But I was just like, dang, I broke down like I didn't want to leave because I knew that when I moved back to Jacksonville, I was gonna have to stay with my mom for a little while.
Right.
So I put myself on a 30 to 45 days. I gave myself that, and I'm sticking with it. Despite what happens, I'm sticking with it. So my son, I went and got a storage, put everything in storage. So my son, I got him enrolled in school. I asked him about the adjustment. He was like, he can't adjust. So I'm like, why you can't adjust? He was like, because mama, I'm social. I like to meet people. I always taught him wherever we go, talk to somebody, meet somebody. You never know who you meet. You might meet your next millionaire friend. You might meet your next business partner. You might meet your best friend. You might meet your wife. You never know. So, and I always been the one to just up and move and leave and just start over somewhere. But I always have a plan behind it. And this time I had a plan. Well, I'm not going to say had. I have a plan because I wrote the plan out since December 25th. I started writing my book. And in the meantime, I was going through a lot in that time, but I didn't give up on it. And moving back to Jacksonville with my mom, I was actually in Sanford helping a friend of mine, helping him clean some of his businesses. And he has contracts with like T-Mobile stores, Polo, different places where people be at. And being that I'm in TLC, that's my networking. So I figured, okay, I could do this. So I was doing my regular job in Sanford, TLC, and I was helping him. So that was my way of doing my income and saving and, doing what I need to do. So long story short, I got fired from my job in Sanford. And that's one of the hardships that I fell in. So that not made me go harder, but it pushed me to go harder, being that I had my sisters behind me, Chandra and Shari, and we did the darn thing. We did what we had to do. We game plan. We got on the training calls, and it didn't click at first, but honestly, it didn't click to me until I reached your page last year, around March, April. I believe it was April or March when you first started the show, and you got on my ass, and I was like, damn, I like him. Well, he hurt my feelings, but goddamn.
It was all love.
Yeah, it was. And I took that and I ran with it. And I'm forever grateful for you for that because to this day, I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still here. Yeah.
You've been rocking with me.
Back to Jacksonville. So now I'm here with my mom. And I was trying to figure it out for a week straight. I was just like, damn, man, like I can't get right. It's just not. I was meditating. I'm still meditating. So for 3 days, I was interrupted from meditation. And I was like, this is not going to work.
Right.
This is not going to work. So by me kept saying it's not going to work, it didn't work, right? So then I talked to my sisters, and I was like, man, y'all listen, this it's not happening for me right now. They was like, Mika, you got to tell yourself that it's happening because you always tell us it's happening. So you got to say it's happening. So I'm like, you know what? She right. It's happening. It's happening. So I didn't talk to nobody for like a day, maybe a day or two. And I sat, got myself together, went by the water because that's my thing. I go sit by the water and get my thoughts together. I had my book with me. I was writing. And I also went to the earth store and I got me my stuff. Look at you. I'm finna say rocks. I ain't even finna play with you.
You went and got you some rocks. Go ahead.
I got my crystals and I got myself together and I got back on meditation. So to say that all that to say is, y'all, I was going through it with my mom. Like, this lady was so negative. Like, she was thinking that I was still 25. And I'm like, mama, you're the only person that don't see the difference and the change in what I got going. I don't want you to see it. I want you to feel me. So I kept meditating every morning, 8 o'clock. So it got to the point where my son already know he gonna pull the cover over his head. He won't even get on the floor in his style no more. He just put the cover over his head. So my mama came in there. She just be tiptoeing now. She just tiptoes. So she said, Mika, what time you meditate? I was like, Mama, 8 o'clock. She was like, oh, because I don't want to interrupt you. You know, I be in there reading my Bible and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, wow. I put it in the universe, y'all, when I was sitting by that water. And I put it in the universe. This got to change. This has to change. For the next 30 to 45 days, lady, I'm not going to bother you. I can walk past you every day in your house if you want me to and don't say nothing, but I'm not that type of person.
Right.
I've never been that. Well, one time I was that type of person. This is her son I'm going to tell y'all about. I had learned humbleness and forgiveness through her son, her first son. By law, that's my mom. So my biological mom, I lost her when I was 9 years old. So by law, that's my mom. And her first child, her son, he went through something and he did me so bad, like bad.
What'd he do?
I couldn't. Okay, so when I was younger, he tried to touch me. And I told somebody about it and they didn't believe me. So that instilled in me like I couldn't talk to nobody. I had nobody to talk to. I got tears in my eyes thinking about it. Okay,
why is it that the family members never believed the person?
So I was told that I wasn't believed after years later that they thought I was the one stealing from them. I was the outsider, basically. You see what I'm saying? So I wasn't blood to them, but I was the child in that house. So when he went and stole her cars and stuff, and he was shopping at stores, and I was the girl in the house, so they thinking that it's me stealing her cars, going to shopping. I'm like, wow, I can't even catch the damn bus. Y'all won't even let me go out the house past the street lights. I used to get on punishment for not coming in for the street lights not being on. So how can I go somewhere and steal some shit or, whatever? So long story short, I told somebody about it, and ever since then, me and him just was not rocking. So it was her other son, the one that's in prison. Now me and him is like this. It's like my daddy. He actually has life in prison. That's my nigga. That's when I get there. That's who book I'm actually typing to get published. So that's needless to say. The brother that I didn't like, as growing up, we fought. We got into it. I never could get right with him until he went to jail. That's when we was friends. Had to go to visitations. I had to sit in front of him with my mama. It was a family thing. I didn't like it, but I did it. So growing up, I just hated him so bad. What this lady want? Don't you see I work here late? Oh Lord, yeah. Get myself together. So anyway, do I need to move? I'm waiting on them so I can clean. Like an hour and a half.
She is on Testimony Tuesdays at work. Telling her story, crying in the middle of helping the people at her job.
I'm thinking. Oh, you're thinking. Right. Oh, I mean, I can move. It's no problem, but, probably. Okay, no worries, ma'am.
That's good energy.
Yes, ma'am. They said they was going to be here at 8 o'clock. So I just posted right here because I was, I'm talking
Great
to my
energy.
Say hey.
Great energy. Hey, how you doing?
I'm talking to my coach and, giving the testimony, and I just got comfortable. That's all. The sun coming up on me, I'm just. But I'll go ahead and move for you. All right. You too. Thank you.
Great energy. You didn't get mad. You didn't get pissed off, and you stayed positive. Good.
I knew I was wrong.
Wow. Hold on. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Look, that's amazing what you just said. You knew you was wrong.
Thank you, Coach. Thank
wow.
You, Coach. And that comes from personal development.
Wow.
Y'all loving on me. I thank y'all. Like, I really, really do.
Wow.
I really, really do.
How many of us do that? How many of us recognize when we wrong?
I don't know.
Wow. Everybody clapping for you.
Thank y'all.
Because listen, you had to really be here and to see this. Like this ain't something we can go back and tell somebody. They had to really see this or go back and watch the live to understand what just happened. And then what you said, people won't say that. People will never admit to their wrongs. They will always try to convince you that they were right in some type of scenario or situation. So that just gave you 1,000 points. 1,000 points. No, seriously. Man, thank you. Thank you for getting on this morning. Now it's time for you to get off. Bye. All right, get off. Bye. You know that's what we do over here. We hang up after you talk too much. We've been talking for a whole year. And Chandra, they is rocks. I read your message. I saw it. Chandra gonna get up under there talking about they ain't rocks. Yes, they is. Rocks. No, but that was amazing though. That's what we just learned. Like, okay, I see y'all want to go live. Hold on one second. You got some people that want to go live. Hold on, wait. I'm sorry. So we about to accept some new people. It's 2 people that want to go live. So I'm about to put the cameras back. I didn't see it. Great morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Awesome and amazing. What you got for me this morning? Don't be nervous.
I didn't know where to start, but I wanted to start off by saying I'm in a business, and I be trying to stay consistent as hard as I can. I have 4 kids. I'm 32. I just turned 32.
Okay.
And yeah, I just be feeling like I'm not here by myself, but that actually, helped me keep going. But then sometimes I slack thinking about it again. And then it's 2021, I'm trying to just let it go. Because it's like, it's 5 of us, my siblings, and 3 of them are locked up for murder. And then
Wait. Slow down. How you say your siblings, your brothers okay, so your brothers.
My brothers and sisters.
And how many of your siblings are in jail for murder?
3.
Who are they?
Like, what do you mean, who are they?
Your brothers, sisters?
Yeah, I got 2 brothers in there and a sister.
And they all they did the same murder or 3 different murders?
3 different ones.
What the fuck? No. And I'm not judging you. I'm trying to take it all in because I thought maybe they were accomplices on the same murder. And I'm just trying to learn. So if I ask questions, just let me ask because I'm trying to go somewhere. What was it like? What was it like with y'all growing up?
Growing up, I never lived with my mom, and they did.
Okay.
Well, me and my sister didn't, but she eventually ended up living with my mom. So, my younger sister who lived in Tennessee, she's still alive. I mean, she's still doing good. Her dad took her at a young age because, of the environment. And then me and my sister, we ended up living with my godmother, and my brother stayed with my mom.
Okay.
So, my mom she was just never there, and like she used to lie to us and tell us she'd come pick us up on the weekend, never do. And like I didn't even know my dad lived right around the corner from me my whole life. But because I wasn't able to see him because of something that she had going on. So we was living with my godmother. My sister started stealing from my godmother, and she had to go live with my mom. So they were living with my mom, and I ended up going with my dad. So me and my little sister with my dad, and them 3 are with my mom. So them the same 3 that's locked up now. And I just feel like my mom, like, she doesn't take any responsibility for not being there. And, you know what I mean? Like, she act like she's so nonchalant with it. And so I lost my dad 2 years ago. He was the only person that I had to, rely on. And when he had cancer. So when he was in a hospital, like, he started being so mean to me. And I think it's because I had, like, kids at a young age. I don't think he was really proud of me, but he was saying he was proud of me. But, I don't know. So when he was on his deathbed, he was just so mean to me. And I feel like if he could change on me like that, anybody can. So, that really, I don't know. I don't get too close to people. And I've been praying, asking God to align people that's like me. And I I started TLC in 2016. I ended up quitting because it was the, you got put in the gallon stuff. And I'm like, I got 4 kids. I don't have time for that. And I had just had a baby. So I stopped doing it. And, life got harder and harder. So I started praying again, asking God to align me with the right people. I'm going to do better. I got brought back to TLC. And I don't know. I've just been trying to follow you guys because y'all are very motivational. So that keeps me going, seeing y'all every morning. And I just, I said I was going to stop the excuse to start waking up early, like at 5 o'clock in the morning. If 6 o'clock not doing good for me or 7 o'clock not doing good for me, I need to wake up a little bit, about 2 hours earlier so I can get myself together, and stay on my products. But it's just been hard,
What's hard? What's hard?
Well, I'm trying not to even say that because I'm doing better. I'm doing
But
better.
what is your definition of it's hard?
Having 4 kids, dealing with this on my own, having to do this homeschooling stuff by myself with all 4 of them. Just being a teacher to each child, having, being a mother to each child, and then like having to, just
Trying to juggle it all together, pretty much.
Yeah, and my business and.
Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to stop saying that it's hard, and you got to put together some type of routine or plan to do with your kids. The same way that you homeschooling your kids, you could show us that on your live and talk about, today I'm homeschooling my kids, but I'm still building my business. Your phone still works. You got to multitask. You could be working out with your kids, showing your kids the importance of exercising, taking pictures of your kids with the NutriBurst, the NRG, all of that stuff, the tea. You got to learn to multitask with your kids. Start teaching your kids to be entrepreneurs. Don't just let them see you doing the business and they don't understand the business. They don't understand the importance of what needs to be taking place. To be a mom with 4 kids, but to also have brothers and sister or sister in prison for murder. You've seen a lot. You've seen a lot. And for me to hear that you got 3 siblings in jail for murder, it sounded like a lot of pain was going on. It sounded like something was going on in that house. Something bad. Because you just don't go off and just kill somebody. You got to, and then it went one after the other, one after the other. But I guess it skipped you. And I think that that's the blessing. I've seen people say, you're going to be the one to break the generational curses. Stop saying that it's hard. Remember, I say it all of the time. The success ain't coming wrapped in a bowl. The success that you want ain't finna come wrapped in a bowl. It's going to be hard. Because if it's not hard, everybody would be successful. All it is a breakdown of who you really are. It's going to break you down or it's going to build you up. Take your pick. It's going to break you down or build you up. And if you let it break you down, the success was never meant for you. I'm just going to keep it 100. You can't sit there and say it's hard. You got those 4 kids. You got to sit there and say, let me figure this shit out. Let me figure it out. It might take me a minute. Let me figure it out. Start involving your kids in your routines. All it's going to do is make you stronger. Now you building your kids to become entrepreneurs. Now they watching, because everything you doing, they watching. They learning. They learning.
So that's why I try to be positive. I try to stay positive.
Yeah.
And not let them see me down.
Yeah, don't let them see you down. Let them see you up. Let them see you winning. Don't let them hear you complaining. Always be positive. Yeah. Yeah. No, but thank you, beautiful, for getting on this morning. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
I want you to get back on maybe tomorrow and share with us who they killed and why. Let's talk about that tomorrow. Let me see if I can get this next person on. Man, it's really deep. Get on tomorrow. Let's talk. Because we're running out of time and I want to get this other person on. Bye. Get off. Bye-bye. Yeah. Man. Who's the other person? I guess she took it down. Oh, there she go. Sister Girl Talk. Let's go. We got 8 minutes, y'all. 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to hear a little bit of a testimony. Why y'all always do this to me? Y'all always come on late. It never fails. Y'all always get on Testimony Tuesdays, ready to tell these good stories at 7:59, knowing that we got to get ready for meditation at 8 o'clock. But like I say, we don't plan it, so we never know. But so y'all know I don't be making this up. Her siblings all committed murders. All of them committed murders. Let me see what these people saying. Hold on, y'all. I'm grateful God put you on my path. Can love and appreciate you. How can I request to go live? I am D. Flo Brown. D. Flo Brown, tomorrow you can go live. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow. I'll give a little wisdom, and we do that tomorrow. Because this is something I want to learn from. Killed 3 different people. 3 different siblings killed 3 different people. I thought they all did the same murder. What kind of pain were they going through? What were they experiencing? You got to be an angry person to kill somebody. Just saying. To kill somebody, you got to be an angry person inside. I've never killed nobody before, but just knowing that you actually have taken a life to live with that every day, just imagine the people that have killed multiple people. How do you wake up in the morning? How do you sleep at night knowing that you actually killed somebody? Today is going to be an amazing day, y'all. Yesterday is over. Today is a brand new day. And I just want to keep it in y'all minds. You may can't see the success happening right now before your eyes. You might can't see it, but you got to believe it. And you got to also understand that you're going to be tested. Everything going to fall apart before it all come together. Everything is going to fall apart before it comes together. So being that, I'm glad I understand that. I'm glad I believe that. Because if I didn't understand or believe that, y'all wouldn't be seeing no show right now. Y'all wouldn't be hearing me speak right now. I would have been giving up a long time ago. Because I'm dealing with a lot right now. But I'm not letting it slow me down and stop me, because I understand that if I want this new level, if I want to go to that next level, I got to get out of this fire that I'm in. The fire that you in right now is not to burn you, it's to teach you. It's to teach you. That person that hurt you, they're not hurting you, they teaching you. The person that's teaching you, they hurting themselves. Today is a new day. Everything that you want is already yours. But you got to believe that you deserve it. The universe got to really trust you. And sharing your testimony to people should be one of the biggest things that you start doing now. Just share your story. Get on your live. Talk to people. Talk to the people. Let them know what you've been through. How did you get a part of this home-based business that you're a part of? How did it all start? What have you been through?
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away.
Every time I listen to this song, I think y'all be missing it. I think y'all miss this. I think y'all missing what this song is saying. I think y'all just think it's music. I'm gonna start it over. Just listen. Listen, and you'll understand everything that you need to know. Listen.
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, I wanna love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me.
We got to get ready for Coach Stormy meditation. Let's go. Let's go. Tomorrow, same time, same place. We're going to be here. And those two people that I asked to go live with me, make sure y'all are on tomorrow. I want to talk to y'all, learn from y'all. And I'm sure a lot of us want to hear that story too. Tomorrow, right here. Love you too. Love all y'all. Great morning. Great morning. Great morning. Hey, 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 hey. Bye. Get off. Bye. I gotta go. Bye.